me great pleasure and an honor to introduce someone from a very, very famous, iconic organization in Bengal and in India. Okay, Mr. Jaiveer Singh Rathore. Can we give a round of applause? Currently, he is heading for the entire PLS group, okay, on the hotel as the General Manager, Human Resource Department. He's got a wealth of experience. He's traveled wide and far. He's been with the Accor group, okay, in different levels. So I will not waste anything more, and I'll request Mr. Jaiveer Singh Rathore to please share his, his experiences, his beautiful journey so far. I request you to give all ears. Over to you, sir. Please.
Thank you so much. Guys, how's the juice?
Hi. Hi.
Yes, that's how I would always should speak, and speak loud of loud.
Yes.
And see, first I'll give you a little brief about my journey. I'm not a hotelier, I'm not a studied hotelier. I'm an outsider for a hotel, for hotel and hotel industry. I've started my I've completed almost 16-17 years in the HR experience. Now you will be amazed to know out of 16 years, 10 years are only in hotels. If I compare my 6 years journey and 10 years journey, has a sky and earth difference. What I did in 6 years and what I've been doing in last 10 years has a sky and earth difference. And this 10 years journey, I would like you to take an example, take the motivation, and take an example and keep yourself motivated going forward. And this will actually I would want you to keep yourself motivated with this journey. Now I joined one of the hotels in 2010 as an assistant manager. I was reporting it to someone for a precise 6 months period time. It was a standalone hotel, standalone luxury hotel that took pre-opening. Now, me who did not even know a single inch of hotel, I was brought into a department which is called HR, and except those compliances, paperwork, joining formalities, I didn't know anything. Now, one point in time, I wrote sous chef and chow chef, right? Instead of S-O-U-S, I wrote C-O-U-S, C-O-U-H. I thought that's how sous chef is pronounced. Then my general manager called me and reprimanded very badly that I don't know how to write sous chef. I had to tell him, sir, I'm new and I did not know about the hierarchies. Then I requested my front office manager to give me the hierarchies of entire hotel. So the front office manager, I really in touch with him, so he actually mentored me to be able to understand the hierarchies in the hotel, so that it helped me in hiring people, and so on and so forth about other things, understanding other things. So what happened after that? For initial 6 months, I worked in different areas: banquet, F&B service, front office, and whenever there was a fam trip, I used to take them to rooms. When there was a banquet, I used to stay back in the hotel. I used to sleep in my own office, or I used to sleep in mail lockers, own office. Nobody had any idea where I used to sleep, what I used to do, and where I used to stay. For initial 6 months, that was a struggle for me, and that actually helped me to understand hotel industry. Now, after those 6 months, the beautiful journey of hotel starts. After a year, I got an opportunity to work with Louvre Group. After a year, I got an opportunity to work with Louvre Group, which owns Golden Jewelry. I was there for about 1.5 years, and having learned from Golden Jewelry. Sorry, my first assignment, which was a luxury hotel. I started implementing a lot of things, and other things I learned about hotel, how it functions. So I went from a luxury hotel to a business hotel. I was there for about two years in Jaipur itself. Then I started my journey with Accor Hotels from an IAMites Jaipur. Now from IAMites Jaipur to Novotel Kolkata, from Novotel Kolkata, IAMites Jaipur was my second pre-opening property. From scratch to the level of generating GOP. I was involved in every process. Appreciation letters, working day and night. Not even a single stone was left unturned when it comes to helping hotel. And that hotel is running successfully till date. Then moving on to Hotel Calcutta, it was for initial 3 months. In 2015 when I moved to Calcutta first time, it was a little shocker for me culturally and otherwise. And I was a guy who never worked out of Jaipur ever in life. I came to Calcutta, initial 2 months were a struggle for me, but in hotel I was absolutely okay, taken care well. Food, accommodation, basic facilities were taken care well. Then I moved on and worked with, after 2 years, I got another opportunity within the same brand to work with Hotel Guwahati. That was my third pre-opening. And with the same brand, second pre-opening. Hotel Guwahati was the first hotel in the eastern region. Then I was sent to IAMites University, that is the flagship hotel, one of the biggest hotel of Accor brand, for out of all 1900 hotels or 1800 hotels what Accor has worldwide. Then I moved to Fairmont Jaipur. Fairmont is the only brand in the country, and there are only 14 Fairmonts across the Asia Pacific, and there are only 150 Fairmonts across the world. And so you can imagine in 2010 when I started journey with a smaller hotel, and then 2013 I started with a smaller economy hotel. IAMites is just an economy hotel. And in 2022 I was heading HR for one of the most luxurious, iconic and the best performing hotel of this country. When the hotel was struggling and sulking to do just 50 crores or 60 crores a year, this hotel did 100 crores last year. And this year this hotel can touch 150 crores. And after that I got an opportunity to work again in Eastern region. I was quite excited. And the opportunity I got to handle the PLS group. Now PLS has 5 hotels. Now imagine the one individual in 2010 was struggling to understand hierarchies of hotel, handling 5 hotels in 2022 after 12 years. Right? And this portfolio, this is the beauty of working with hotels. My job profile, my perks, my designation is in multiple times. The only thing what I did right in 2010, which I did not do in 2004 or 5 when I started my journey, did not join in hotels. And that right thing I did in 2010 when I joined first time the hotels. After that, the rest is the history. Now, if I see people around me are of my age, they're still not there. And people who are there, they're the age of 45, 48, 50. I'm still 7, 8 years, 9 years younger than them. Right? I certain I have to face those challenges also, but that is the beauty of working with hotels. And they give you the right opportunity and they take care of the best of the facilities. What are the 3 basic needs of yours? Today there are 4. I'll talk about it later, the 4th one. 3 basic needs of a human being.
Food.
Roti you get in hotel.
Yes.
Kapda you get in hotel.
Yes.
Makan you get in hotels. Now there are hotels who started offering accommodation also.
Yes.
Otherwise, by default, you will get accommodation close to hotels. Then you would always find there is one building where hoteliers are staying. Only hoteliers are staying. Right? Basic needs are taken care of. Tell me one job which takes care of all these 3 needs apart from hotels.
Money.
Which one?
Money.
Huh?
Money.
No. Tell me one industry which takes care of these 3 needs across the world. And you are still getting higher than them. You are still getting paid higher than them. Right? Go anywhere in the world. Anywhere in the world. I'll talk about ladies. In the Indian history, don't take me wrong here, but now if I take the history of Indian women, you get married, you have a child, and your career ends there. Am I right?
Yes.
In most of the cases.
Yes.
Not in every case, but most of the cases. Imagine you get married, you are a front office manager or a filming manager or a housekeeping manager. You get married or you move to US. Or let's forget about US, that is the highest example. You move to Namibia, right? Namibia, if you talk about Namibia or any place in the world, you would always find one hotel there. Minimum one hotel there. and that is the opportunity for you to get into. That is the beauty of working with hotels. Now, today, the fourth thing I was talking about, that is the social media, your social appearance. The hotel takes care of that social appearance. You go to any hotelier page, you may be having 40-year student passing out of work after 2 years. Follow them on the page. Half of the photographs you would see of them, the hotel brand is attached to it. The hotel building, the hotel luxury, the hotel hotel class is always attached to their profile pictures, their WhatsApp DP. That has automatically, we don't know, we don't want to know, we like it, we don't like it, but social media is this fourth thing today, right? And that is something which motivates you, right? If I ask you to go and check your attendance on biometric, you might check once in 15 days, correct?
Yes.
But your Facebook status has to be checked every day in the morning once you wake up, even though you go for a walk. That is the power. So that fourth need is fulfilled by hotels. Apart from this, I was talking about hotels. So imagine for a girl, there is a hotel worldwide, right? And there is always a job. So that is why this is the right place, this is the right industry to be able to work with. Because you find opportunities everywhere in the world, right?
Yes.
My transition of during these years, and not only me, there are a lot of people. I tell you a very nice story. It's a real-time story. Yeah? 5 years before, when I used to go to colleges for interacting, and I love interacting with students. This is the best thing which I inspiring them, giving them the right example, and telling them that what is best about this industry. I tell you that this is what I love to them, and this is the story. This is the fact and figure I prefer to tell them. So 5 years before, when I used to go to colleges like IHMs and smaller colleges, bigger colleges, whatever colleges these are. So if I used to ask somebody that where do you see yourself after 5 years, and somebody comes up and says that I want to become general manager in 5 years, and I used to laugh dying. बेवकूफ़ को कुछ पता ही नहीं है 5 साल में कोई कैसे GM बन सकता है. Today, after 5 years, it is possible because there are so many opportunities. So many opportunities. You may start with a career with a bigger brand, but after 5 years, you can become a GM of a smaller brand, and that is possible. And once you are a GM, you are a king. थानेदार होता है जैसे थाने का थानेदार सुना है थानेदार?
Yes sir.
पता है थानेदार कौन होता है? वैसा थानेदार होगा. All luxuries lying for GM. Of course, you have to work, but for a whatever the entitlement for a GM, accommodation paid by the hotel, car is paid by the hotel, basic expenses like medical and other expenses are paid by the hotel, travel is paid by the hotel, and food is paid by the hotel wherever they want to go. Plus, they are recognized in a lot of other hotels. So wherever they go, they automatically get 50% discount. Out of relation, out of camaraderie. Like for example, Hyatt GM or IAMites GM goes to Novotel or any Taj or Oberoi, they automatically get 50% discount because of the relation and because of the hotel connection, right?
Yes.
So these are the additional benefits. So today we are in an age. How many hotels are there in the country right now? I'm talking about good hotels. A vague figure. I mean, anybody. Let's come on to the realistic figure. There are more than 10,000 hotels in this country. Right? How many states are there in this country?
29.
Right? Imagine 10,000 hotels in 29 states. And you all come from diversified background, I believe. Come from West Bengal or nearby states. You have these many opportunities. Now, in the northeastern region, where 5 years before there were hardly any hotels, now there are hotels in northeastern region. You take any region, any state, you would always find one or the other hotel. There are 10,000 hotels within this country, and outside India, the demand of Indian talent, Indian hoteliers is increasing day by day. This FIFA World Cup, going on in Goa right now. How many staff have been hired from India? Any idea? For 1 year. 1 year.
43,000.
Approx 3 lakhs.
3 lakhs.
3 lakhs. Yes.
Every year.
And an average salary to, paid to that one person for 1 year.
25,000.
I said average salary.
10 lakhs.
Per month.
25,000 per
It's
month.
approx 60 to 80,000 per month.
Per month.
Average salary. 60 to 80,000 average. Means somebody's paid 3 lakhs, somebody's paid 30,000, somebody's paid 50,000. This is the, and all their food, accommodation and communication, everything is taken care by them. This is the demand, and this is not only, and this example in my 10 years of experience, sir, if you have seen this kind of example ever before, that Doha is hiring so many talent before. This is the first time, and there are going to be a lot of things going to happen. Today, Canada, Australia, they are giving PR, permanent visas. They are distributing visas to hoteliers to be able to come and stay in the country and work for them. So, there are plenty of opportunities, many opportunities. I'm going to tell you the time, and this is the most disciplined industry after defense. There is only one thing which goes, if you want to be successful in this industry, there is one thing which you need to keep in mind, that when you start your career, start with the brand. Brand. Right? And stick to brand for a good number of years. Right? I did it. Now you have understood about the beauty of hotel industry. Do you have any doubt?
No, sir.
Right? And if you are worried about your placement, don't be worried. If your college is saying that you are going to get 100% placement, I'm telling you, when the moment you pass out your college, you don't need them. You will automatically start getting offers. There are so many websites who are asking for hiring for freshers or crews, right? Like I told one of my family member, he's passed out from IAMites, Jodhpur. I told him, the day he passed out, I told him, go out of India. Don't work in India. And fortunately, he got a job. Right? The first job, what he got is about 20,000 a month. Today, after 3 years, he is getting 1.1 lakh rupees a month in Dubai. I told him, he's at the age of, I think, 22 or 23. I told him to work till 30. Right? Till the age of 30, his salary will be about 6 to 7 lakhs a month. So by now, he will be having maybe 90 lakhs or a crore after a year in his account, which is absolutely tax-free. Right? Absolutely tax-free. There's no tax on foreign income. And he sends money, and there are perks also. This is the salary I'm talking about. There are service charges also. After the age of 30, he can easily come back to India and start working. Maybe with the half salary. Maybe he would be getting 1 lakh a month or 1.2, 1.3 lakhs a month. Because if you consider the inflation rate after 10 years, 1 lakh rupees will be equivalent to 50,000 today. What is the loss? You start working in India today, you will take another 20 years to work 1 crore in your account. To get 1 crore in your account. This is another benefit. And you don't have to do anything, you don't need any talent. The only thing what you need is, you need to have a good communication skills. Good means absolutely good. Second, which supports your communication skills, is your personality. Right?
Yes.
How you appear yourself, is your appearance, the way you speak, the way you present yourself. Right?
Yes.
Third is your discipline. Come on time, go on time. And guys, when we talk a lot about exploitation in hotel industry. I'm telling you, for anybody who's starting their career, for initial 6-7 years or initial 5 years minimum, there's no exploitation. The more you work in hotels, the more you get to know about how to handle pressure, how to handle team, and how to become a leader. Because somebody who's managing today, I can guarantee you in next 2 to 5 years time, you would be replacing that person at some or the other hotel, or maybe in the same hotel. The world is changing so fast. Sir, if I may ask, how many years you took to become a F&B manager or a front office manager?
No, front office manager, it took me about 8 years.
Right? Today you can become front office manager in 4 years, maybe less than that time. Right? The world is changing so fast. There are so many opportunities available in the world right now. Right? So, the skills what you need to be able to become a successful hotelier is good communication. You need presentable skills. You need to be presentable. Third is your knowledge. Now these three goals, these competencies, these skills are much needed, absolutely much needed, and support each other. If you have good communication skills, but zero presentation skills and no knowledge, it is of no use. If you have good presentable skills, but bad communication skills, no knowledge, no use. If you have no knowledge, you can never become a hotelier. These things go here and there. So when you wake up in the morning, dress up yourself. You know, a military person. When a military person, how does a military person work? They wake up 4 o'clock, polish their shoes, iron their uniform at night prior, because next day they have to go they may be prepared for a war or to protect somebody or protect. Here we are not protecting anybody, but we are also serving people in some other way. We are making them entitled, we are making them happy. And for that they are paying us, and with that payment our families behind us or our luxury or leisure is being supported. Right?
Yes, sir.
So, you need to, that essence should be there in you. And till the time that essence is there in you, you will never go free. Trust me, you will never go free. Now this is the example of hotels. Right? If you stick to hotels, there's something called sky's the limit. Right? This is exactly fits into the hotel industry. The more you work, it's like the deep you dig, easily you get the water. Right? वो मक्खन वाली कहानी सुनी है आपने? मारते जाओ, जितना जल्दी हो, जितना ज़्यादा मक्खन को फिट हो गया, उतना जल्दी तेल निकलेगा. But ये है कि आपको तरीका आना चाहिए. Right? If you are smart enough, if you make a good beginning with the right place, at the right time, with all discipline, presentability, good communication skills, I'm standing here right now. After 3 years when you pass out, after 4 years of that, maybe we are 2022, and to the 2027, remember my name and ping me when you are there, when you are actually reaching to that place. But always remember these 3 things. See, you will be given industrial trainees and you will have to work hard. You may be working for 15 hours, 16 hours, never bother. I'm telling you, it is not for in the best interest of me or for the hotel. It is in the best interest of yours. Best interest of yours. The more you are in the situation, the better our chances to be able to learn the best. Right?
Yes, sir.
But there is only one thing in between. You, in between the transition, let's say you join Oberoi Hotels, right? And Oberoi, the moment you complete 1 year, you get another opportunity. Let's say you are at 15,000 salary and you get another opportunity with Taj, right? In just 1 year. And Taj offers you 20,000, right? After Taj, you work with Taj and then there is Hyatt offers you 30,000. In second year, you move there and you join there as 30,000. Right? And third year, fourth year, the salary, somebody else comes, approaches you and asks you to come and join my hotel, I'll give you 40,000. So your salary from 15 in just 3 months became 40,000, 15,000 to 40,000 in just 3 years. Right?
Yes, sir.
Is it the ideal situation or is it the wrong situation? Give an answer. Is it the right situation or wrong situation? Right situation.
Wrong situation.
You have changed 3 brands in 3 years.
So wrong situation. Wrong situation.
Right?
Because we should know the brand by staying for around 2
I'll tell you a story. I'll try to summarize it as early as possible. One of the students went to his guru and asked, about the career. Right? What am I supposed to do in career? Right? Because after 8 months I'm passing out. After a year I'm passing out. So what should I do? And how do I ensure that my career is prosperous and it gives me all health, good health, wealth, and prosperity, money, good designation and all those things. So what the guru does is, the guru gives the disciple or the student two plants. One is the flower plant and one is the bamboo plant. I'm sure you must have heard this story before, but I think it is relevant to narrate at this point in time. And Guru told the student, keep watering them till the time they come up, and they come up as a plant and grows. So the student said, okay. So first 3 months, the student with all discipline, with all energy, with all determination, started started watering the tree of the plant. The flower plant came out very early, in 3 days came out and start flowering, then becomes, a little more bigger. But the bamboo plant didn't come out for initial 6 months, 7 months. And after 7 months, when the student went to the guru, he said, what kind of plant you gave me? And there's one which has grown, flowered, this and that, and there's one which is not even growing, and whatever has come out of the earth. So Guru said, relax. Go home and keep watering them. Keep watering them. After 9 months or 8 months, the bamboo plant in one day grown so fast and gone beyond 6 feet or 10 feet, which is way bigger than and way expensive and way patient than the flower plant. Now what do you understand about patience? What that bamboo tree did? But the bamboo tree in those 8 months was busy in making the foundation strong. The roots were strong. And the day it came out much stronger, much bigger, and with much potential. And there is one which came out in 3 days with small flowers, has no value, but spreading, and that's it. What's the essence of this story?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This story always remember, right? Always remember, because this will come. See, you see a lot of people, becoming famous in just one night, on just one day. It doesn't happen in one day or one night. There's hard work of years and ages, right? You have heard about this teacher from Bihar. There's a movie also from
Super.
You've heard about this story. So many years, so many months, so much of time it took to become the maths teacher, and he was awarded with the Guinness Book World Record, and he solved the best of the theories. It is all about his hard work. Today he is so famous, and there are so many institutes that happened after a moment. Till that moment he was working hard and was always concentrating on his excellence. Right?
Yes.
So this is the third learning for you all. Right? One. This is the fourth one. Basically. Make your foundation strong. And I'm telling you, this will happen. This happened with me also, and this happens with all the hoteliers. Because there are so many options. So many options. Wherever you go, there you will find options. Wherever you go. Right? Somebody will give you double salary, 3 times salary, 4 times salary, 5 times salary. You would say, यार ये क्या है यार, सुबह शाम बुला लेते हैं, 18 घंटे काम करवाते हैं, कोई गाली देता है, कभी गेस्ट गाली देता है, कभी झूठा उड़ाना पड़ता है, कभी बाथरूम साफ करना पड़ता है, ये करना पड़ता है, वो करना. That is the trade. If you don't work and don't see those situations, you will never be able to know how to handle that situation, and you will never be able to become a leader, a good teacher who knows how to handle a team, who knows how to learn, and you will never be able to lead by example if you have never handled it yourself. Right? Somebody says, management training अच्छा है, management training कर लेते हैं, one short selection, one higher salary, this that. So management, I deeply respect management training program, but the only problem in the management training is it doesn't start from grassroots level. For a few months training grassroots, then one level, then another level, then another level. You never make your foundation strong. So in these 3 years, the new chapter, new year, it is their responsibility to make your foundation strong with the knowledge. And in the next 3 years, it is your responsibility to make your foundation strong with the hard work. And knowing half of the things which you learn here, you might not be able to use there. But they'll make you are a unbaked clay at this point in time. When you are in the world, you will become a baked clay. And that is the time it is your responsibility to make your foundation strong. The moment your foundation is strong, you're absolutely sorted and are there to be able to take the best one. And keep yourself safe from the lucrative offers. Right? If you take, and take the offers, but not so easily, not just 1 year. Each assignment you're supposed to, initially you're supposed to stick around for minimum 2 to 3 years. Right? Minimum 2 to 3 years. I would say 5 years. But at least 2 to 3 years. Why? If you're at the same brand, like if you're with Hyatt or you're with Accor Hotels or you're with, Marriott. If you, in 2 years you change or join some other Marriott, that is absolutely okay. But don't jump into some other brand. Otherwise your whole thing go for a toss. And each brand offers you some or the other knowledge, some or the other opportunities, better opportunities. I would say pass your college, work here for 1 or 2 years, gain some experience, go out of India. Earn good money for next 5 years, 10 years. Sara paisa jama karo, come back to India, open your own business, or start working some or the other place. Have a good life. As much as you concentrate on your work, concentrate on your hobbies also. If you like to play cricket or football or badminton or drawing or singing or dancing or whatever it is, always have that hobby along the side. Say I love cricket. I have a kit, I keep it with me. So wherever I go, whichever assignment I work, I carry with me. Whenever I get a opportunity, it's always there with me. Whether for practice, for playing match, or I've been playing from last 20 years. I like to play cricket, so I always keep it with me. Every Sunday or every alternative Sunday, I go to play cricket. Whether it is a tennis ball cricket or a juice ball cricket. I keep that with me. Now I have a 10 years, 11 years old daughter, so I love to play badminton with them. So I play with badminton or frisbee, play frisbee with her. So that's how I enjoy my hobbies. Now I have a companion. I enjoy my hobbies with her and I keep myself happy and motivated and in charge. Correct?
Yes.
So now you've understood how hotels, what you have chosen this industry as your career. Is it good or bad?
Definitely good.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
आज से 8 साल के बाद में when you are at the right place, call me up. Then we'll talk about it later. The rest of the plan. Right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
ये सिर्फ ज्ञान देने के लिए नहीं है. This is something which I've learned over the years, over the period of whatever period I've learned so far. Right? Do you have any questions to ask? Please ask. Right?
Yeah, anything, please feel free
Please
to
ask.
anything,
Any
please.
question if you would like to ask?
Anything आप हिंदी में पूछना है, हिंदी में पूछो, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. इंग्लिश जरूर सिखा देंगे आपको कॉलेज में सिखा देगा.
No question?
See guys, I tell you about my education background. I don't come from a very highly educated background. My father was not enough educated. I'm the first graduate of my family. That too passed out. I did my own graduation, post-graduation along with the job. I was working, studying, and passed out my post-graduations and my masters. But what hotel industry gave me, I don't think if I would have gone to IT industry, I would have gone to any other manufacturing, I would have become HR for IT or manufacturing or banking or any other industry, I would have reached to this place and talking to so many students. Right? By now, my tummy will be this much. Right? I'll be sitting on a job and just working on a computer, dealing with labor department. I would have not been enjoying my my work. Today, I want to eat, I go to restaurant, eat, and make myself relax. I don't want to work, I talk to my people. I've enjoyed all the luxuries of my life. I've stayed in best of the hotels. I've just stopped having non-veg, otherwise I ate best of the non-veg, best of the seafood. and all the places of this country. Whether you talk about south, west, north, east, everywhere. When I was in Guwahati, I moved around all the northeastern states. When I was in South India, I had best of the seafood and enjoyed my life being out here. And that opportunity, IT, banking or any other industry does not. Retail does not give me. And please, mark my words, do not make the mistake just for the money. Do not make mistake of moving to any other industry. There are retail, there are bankings who are ready to give you double the salary, 3 times of salary of what you get in some or the other hotel. That is the mistake you would do here, right? Tell me how many retail brands are there in the country right now? Big retail brands, not the smaller ones, where you have 10 or 9 or 8, more than 15. You see where more than 15 or 20, associates at a time. How many brands are there? There's Big Bazaar.
Yes.
There's Lifestyle. There's Pantaloon. There's Lifestyle.
Metro.
There is
Metro Cash and Carry.
Metro. I don't consider that it's a very low. Would you like to go and work in Metro Cash and Carry? I'm talking about the class, luxurious or classy retail brands,
Yes.
where you actually want to go and work, or you may choose to go and work. There is Westside. What else?
Expensive.
Armani, you have only 1 or 2. Reebok, Nike, you have 1 or 2. Gucci, you have 1 or 2. Yeah, Shoppers Stop is 1 or 2. Spencer, you have only in Eastern region. You don't have in the rest of the world. Reliance stores. Reliance Digital. Would you like to go and work in Reliance Digital after passing out and
No, sir.
burning 4 lakh rupees of your family?
No,
of your
sir.
father? But if you get an opportunity with a 5-star hotel, maybe in a half of the salary, you would
Yes,
want
yes,
to work, or you don't want to work?
Yes. Definitely.
एक हिंदी में कहावत है, जिनको आम बेचने आते हैं वो चीकू नहीं बेचना चाहिए. If you are born a hotelier, if you have learned hotels, if you have a knowledge of hotels, work in hotels. That will give you more benefit. The retail stores and banking stores, they are only thinking about their interest. They are not thinking about your interest. You need to think about your own interest. Don't make the mistakes after passing out from colleges, after 4th year, moving into retail. अरे भाई तू चाना देख मेरे को 30,000 मिल रहे हैं, तू क्या 12-13,000 में? वही remember the story of bamboo and वो 4 साल के बाद में वो 30-35,000 रुपए कमा रहा होगा और आपकी सैलरी 60,000-70,000 से ज़्यादा होगी, right?
Yes,
So always think about. There is a very famous saying which I always remember when I'm on any project or task. The saying is, the more you sweat in peace, the less you bleed in war.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Have you heard of it?
Yes, sir. Sweat in practice.
The more you sweat in peace, the less you bleed in war. Have you heard of this
Yes, sir.
saying before?
Yes, sir.
So this is your peace time. Right? This is your peace time to be able to work hard, to be able to do your best, learn the best, to be able to prepare for a war. And the war is what? The war is what?
Struggle.
The war is your career.
Yes, sir.
And in this war, you would find a lot of, as an enemy, you would find what? Lucrative offers. Right? Many industries who would want to hire you for their own interest, not for your interest, not for your career interest. But here in hotels, tomorrow if you want to open your own restaurant, this hotel experience will help you to open the restaurant.
Yes.
Or any F&B outlet. चाय की थड़ी खोलने के लिए भी आपको गेस्ट एक्सपीरियंस तो चाहिए ना? That you would learn from the hotel itself.
Yes, sir.
Right? About the mindset, the human psychology. That you will all learn from hotels, not from any other brand. So my humble request to all of you is, when you pass out from colleges, please don't make mistake deviating your career from any other brand. Right?
Yes, sir.
And I can guarantee you don't need your faculties or college to be able to get a job. There are many portals like LinkedIn, like there are a lot of international, websites who are offering jobs to freshers. There are cruise industry. I know a gentleman I met recently. I wanted to hire him as an housekeeper. He's working with cruise. From last 12 years, he's a Bengali. From last 12 years, he's working with cruise. I'm I'm just not able to recall the name of it. It's a very famous cruise. He earns about 6 lakhs. No, it's an American, Canadian-based Royal Caribbean. Correct. So today he earns about 6 lakhs a month, plus all facilities, and he's just about 31-year-old. His family is here, and he has been earning all this money from last 5-6 years out of 12 years of experience in Canada. And he said, "Yeah, I've made enough of money. I have so much of money that even for the rest of my life, if I don't spend, the interest of that money will give me another salary. So I don't want to, and I want to come back. Whatever I get, whether 25,000, 30,000, 40,000, 60,000, whatever I get, I'm ready to work and have a decent and quality life. Right? I want to concentrate on my kid and my family." So all that happened if the person, imagine, choose in the initial stage of her career, chose to work with any retail brand. Is there any Royal Caribbean retail brand which goes on the sea, gives you 6 lakhs a month? So that is the benefit. And this hotel industry was the biggest and badly impacted industry during the COVID time. But this is the only industry which revived the best after the COVID. Right?
Yes, sir.
And that next 10 years, you have no idea how this industry is going to grow.
Yes,
Right? And being a hotelier, for you the opportunities will never stop. You become a GM for a smaller hotel, then you become a GM for a bigger hotel, then even bigger, then even bigger, then even bigger, then even bigger. And there are a lot of players. There's a lot of money. There are a lot of money being held by bigger players of this country like Reliance, Adani, and there are a lot of local players also. Like local players like PLS is one of the group, Ambuja Niyote is one of the group. They have their own hotel chains. Right? Like Ambuja Niyote owns about 22 hotels in the eastern region. PLS owns about 5 hotels. There are other players also. So if you are in a bigger brand and tomorrow you think of working at some other smaller brand for the peace of life and for better work-life balance, you can always exploit, you always encash your experience with these smaller brands. I'll give you one more example about OCLD. You know what is OCLD?
yes, sir.
Once you did or Taj graduate program, the value of these two programs is OCLD has a bigger value. So once you pass out from OCLD, till you die, you always encash that experience. Right? I have a management consultant. She worked with Operois for 23 years and she's OCLD also. She's got the job at whatever assignment she got during her tenure. She worked with Max Hospital, she worked with City Financial, banking, retail, all the brands, post her hotel experience. And today, you know what is the USP for her? That she is the OCLD person. If she would not have gone to hotel and she would have gone to retail or banking or any other, was she be able to become a OCLD graduate?
No, sir.
So this is the beauty of it when you are a hotelier. And every good hotel brand offers you one or the other opportunity. Right? Of learning, growing, making money, all those things. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
The message is right?
Yes, sir.
Anything you would like to ask? Yes.
Firstly, good morning.
First class, sir. At least I found somebody to ask.
So, good morning. And in your entire life till now, as a hotelier, you might have had many experiences. So, is there anything that you would like to share, like that was your best experience so far, and anything that you learned from that experience?
Thank you for asking.
Thank you, sir.
Did I tell you? Since 2010 to till date, I've started working in hotels.
Yes.
I worked with this company called Gravita India Limited. It's a stock exchange limited company. Earns 5,000 crores a year. And when I was there, it used to earn 3,000. The turnover was 3,000 crores. And that company has offices across the world. Talk about Canada, US, many cities in US, and there's African countries. In India, there are many offices. Yeah, you must have heard about Randstad also. Randstad is the world's #1 consultancy. I started my career with Randstad. But if I keep this 6 years aside and this 10 years aside, every single moment of my assignment I've enjoyed. I was there for 2.5 years, 12 months I was there with one first luxury brand. I had a different experience. When I moved to IBIS, different brand, different experience. Moved to Calcutta, different brand, different experience. Guwahati, different brand, different experience. Delhi, different brand, different city, different experience. Jaipur, different brand, different experience. So throughout my life, I have only grown at one step up from economy to mid-scale to upscale to luxury, right? And every single moment of it I have enjoyed. There's one thing which I never left. I'm a little emotional, and I cannot go beyond humanity. And that is the reason why, if you see my LinkedIn profile, my Facebook profile, there are a lot of people. I have more than 10,000-11,000 followers on LinkedIn, and every single person is attached to me because we, at one point in time, we were good friends, or we were good colleagues at that point in time. And these are not only those. Now I have friends in Guwahati, in Kolkata, Delhi, everywhere. You want me to tell somebody to go and kidnap in Guwahati, I can call up and just one call, that person will go and kidnap the person. I'm just joking, it won't happen. But I have good relations there. So every bit of it, I enjoy it. There's not, I cannot quote one example for you at this point in time, but every single bit of it. If I, have to start writing book now, I can write at least 5 books out of my experience. There was one incident, when I was Guwahati, we were in pre-opening stage. The canteen guy comes and says, "मैं तो खाना नहीं बना सकता, आपने मेरे को पेमेंट नहीं किया." मैंने कहा पेमेंट तो चला गया अकाउंट में, and there was some miscommunication किया, इसे मैं खाना नहीं बना रहा। 11:30 बजे हैं, 100 लोगों का स्टाफ है, और खाना और कैंटीन में बनेगा नहीं है, होटल पूरा फुल स्विंग में चल रहा है, सिमुलेशन चल रहा है, the hotel was about to open in next 5 days, इसे खाना नहीं बनाऊंगा मैं। In next 1 hour, there was a hospital, people who are from Guwahati, you must be knowing, there's downtown hospital in Guwahati, but there is a canteen. Now this humanity worked at that point in time. The restaurant manager of that canteen was a good friend of mine, became a good friend of mine. I called him up and said, "Yaar, this is a situation. Sir, आप 1 घंटे का टाइम दो, सबको आप कूपन देके भेज देना, मैं बुफे लगा दूँगा यहाँ पर." I think that day food was the best in the history of Hotel Guwahati. When the COVID hit for the first time, so when I was with IAMites New Delhi University, and IAMites New Delhi University was the first hotel in the country who took the quarantine guest. And when the first guest got quarantined in the whole country, in any hotel, was IAMites New Delhi University, and I was there at that point in time. Right? We booked the whole floor for them. And when you heard of the COVID for the first time, the one thought you must have come in your mind is fear of death.
Yes.
But there was an enemy you can't see. So that's where I left. I did not leave my determination behind. That check-in used to happen on the floor, and somebody from the team had to wear the PPE suit. Should have gone to was asked to go to room floor and to take the check-in, to complete the check-in formalities, like those those ID cards and all those things, and give them the room keys. Correct. This was the simple step. But at that point in time, the staff was so scared. Every single person, you won't believe, there were 5 staff at the front desk, because the rest of them were quarantined at their home and they got stuck at their home. Out of those 5 staff, 3 staff ran away from the hotel. Ran away in the lockdown, nothing on the hotel. They just ran away. हम नहीं जाएंगे. And they were in the night, and they were sleeping in the room. So I got to know there was another manager. I told the manager, you be in the ground and keep telling me the names so that I call them up and complete the format. Then I wore the PPE suit, went to one of the floor. For 3 hours I was with the PPE suit. My whole body got wet so badly. I could not breathe properly.
Yes.
And the next day when I came on the floor, and the same day night, the Delhi government released another circular that the travelers who are less than 60 years of age, they can go home, and then more than 60 they have to stay at the hotel. So same day night, then I wore the PPE suit, took the money because the quarantine facility was chargeable. So I recovered about 2.5 lakh rupees from all the travelers. There were about 45 travelers. Again I wore the PPE suit, in a matter of 2 hours. Went on the floor, recovered the money and asked them to go. Next day when I was on the floor, every single person of the hotel, trust me, every single person of the hotel was appreciating, clapping for me, and after that moment, nobody said no. That I will not wear the PPE suit and I will not go. After that, the facility ran for 4 months. For 4 months, we had, the hotel industry was bleeding and we were the only hotel in that vicinity who had quarantine guests, and we were charging, I think, 1800 or 2000 rupees per night. That point in time, including all the meals and everything. And that point in time also we were earning money. So at that point in time when the hotel was running 0 money, my hotel earned 40 lakh rupees. And after that incident, nobody said no that I will not wear the PPE suit. Everybody had one example to say that you are HR manager can wear a PPE suit and recover the money. And be in the suit for 6 hours, you have to wear the suit only for 10 minutes and go and get the clearance done. For 4 months, we earned about 1.5 crores. And there is only 20% salary got deducted for everybody. Only 20% salary, not more than that. That 10% for all the whole staff and 20% for all managers and above. For GMs, it's about 25%. जहाँ पर लोगों की नौकरियाँ जा रही थी, लोगों को पैसे नहीं मिल रहे थे, less than 50%, 40%, 30%, 20% salary मिल रही थी. I was working in the hotel. That small effort made so much of difference. So, when you are working, wherever you work, you always get that opportunity to work. And every single day when you work, you always create an example. You always have the opportunity to create an example. You always have to have an opportunity to make that moment special for you and for others. You always have a story to narrate to your grandkids when you are at the age of 16. I have thoroughly enjoyed my experience, and I am openly say it. I thoroughly enjoyed my experience with hotels. Right from the first day at the hotel until today. Till today, when I'm managing 5 hotels to a state where the culture is different. I don't speak the language, but still I'm managing, and the company has a high trust on me. And they've now, in a matter of 3 months, they've given me additional responsibilities. Right? How all that happened that I enjoy working with hotels. Right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
There are only 2 examples. There are many. We have to we have to be here for another 7 days to be able to hear all those stories. So let's not do that. Otherwise, your whole session will go off. There are things to enjoy, there are things to learn. Before your faculty kills me. Right? So let's move on to the to wrapping up this session. Do you have anything to ask? Anything to share? Yeah.
Morning, sir.
You are coming from out of the hotel line. Like, how do you get your first opportunity to join this?
Well, I mean, see. Very well pushed. Getting into hotel was an interesting story. I used to work with this consultancy, I said, and so I was being a consultant. I was hiring for that hotel where I got an opportunity for the first time. So the front office, I was mostly dealing with front office manager, chef, and resident manager. And I don't know, you can say it's a connection. The resident manager, who was the head of the hotel, was a Bengali. So in 3 months, around 50-60 staff I had recruited for them. I was stationed in their hotel, and my consultancy where I was working on about 10-11 lakhs during those 3 months of time because of that, because there was a consultancy fee. So these I thought, why to spend 10-11 lakhs to a consultancy? Let's hire him. They gave me double salary and I had him tiny. That's how I got into hotels. And they use the trait to hire him before hiring him. So when you do a lot of marketing, and there's Amitabh Bachchan, there's Hrithik Roshan, and then they're marketing things, and then they force you to buy the product, no matter how the product is after that. But they actually force you to take that product and use it for the first time. So they took me to a hotel. They showed me the beautiful villa and the nice suites and the restaurant with go to work in the restaurant called Swat Mahal and the swimming pool. I was amazed. I was astonished. Absolutely. What do you call that word? Flabbergasted. I was absolutely flabbergasted. So the moment I saw, I was like, "Yeah,
बढ़िया है, तो खाना भी मिलता है यहाँ पर, खाना कपड़ा सब मिलेगा यहाँ पर, पिक एंड ड्रॉप फैसिलिटी भी है यहाँ तो, बिकॉज द होटल वाज इन आउटस्कर्ट्स एट दैट पॉइंट इन टाइम. अरे तो बहुत अच्छी नौकरी है. Then I joined, and in just 2 weeks I realized that I had done a mistake. बढ़िया 9 से 6 की नौकरी थी. I used to go by 9, 10 o'clock पहुँचता था, बढ़िया चाय आती थी, खाना खाने के लिए जरूर महीने के 500 रुपये लगते थे कि मैं बाहर ढाबे पे कहीं जाके खाना खाता था. कम से कम 7 बजे तक घर पहुँचता था. वहाँ पर मैं I used to wake up at 6, I used to go to bus stand at 8 o'clock, I used to reach hotel by 9:30, then I used to leave hotel by 7:30, I used to reach back to home at by 9 o'clock. So morning 6 to night 9 o'clock, this was my routine for 1 year. But because of that 1 year experience and that hard work, I'm sitting here and talking to you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
In life, at times, whatever happens, happens for good. That's how I got into hotels. So it was fortunate and unfortunate, but I don't regret for that. That's how I got into hotels. I've never studied hotels. I still don't know much about hotels. But what I know is about my trade, about my little bit of operational excellencies. I'm good at financials. I'm good at HR processes. So nobody can debate me on the HR and financials. Maybe I may not be knowing more about the food and beverage or kitchen, but I don't know about basic standards, which I'm supposed to know. I got opportunity to become general manager also twice in the same brand, my last brand. I refused because जिनको हम बेचने आते हैं कुछ I'm good at HR. I will continue to be in HR. And till the last moment, even if I want to become an entrepreneur, so I will become an entrepreneur from HR only. Anything else? Any other question? See, you will be standing on the opposite side after 15 years from now, and then take the same story, and you will have so much to speak. I'm not prepared for this, and you will have so much to speak, so much to say. There's a gentleman standing here. He has so much to speak, so much to say, and he has a lot of interesting stories. So maybe over the tea or coffee or in your leisure time, catch hold of him. Tell him, sir, आपको आज दारू पिलाने लेके चलते हैं. If you drink, if he doesn't drink, चलो, sir लेकर चाटा खाओ, चलो. हाँ, तो लेके जाओ. And hear those stories. You will learn a lot of things. You will be amazed. कह रहे होटल्स में ऐसा भी होता है. कभी आपके सामने कोई भी गेस्ट लड़े कि एक गेस्ट ने उठा के दूसरे को पंच मार दिया, then we were almost saved to have that punch. I did it. 6 feet आदमी बॉडी बिल्डर and he was just punching the other guy and I'm holding him tight. Sir, मत मारो, छोड़ दो, please छोड़ दो. All those situations. You have no idea. Once the cop catch hold of that, took me to jail. And I was not the guy they were supposed to catch. They caught me and took me to jail. And then my GM came, hey, sir, आपने गलती कर दी. Then I was like, shit. There was a income tax raid in one of the hotels. So I was asked to keep certain, asset with me without telling anybody. And for 2 nights I was in complete haunt whether I'm supposed to say, because अगर income tax वालों को मालूम चल गया तो मेरे और मेरे घर वालों को तो वो जेल में डाल देंगे उठा. So see, at times the situation is not under your control. You have to accept it. I accepted it. 2 nights I did not sleep. 2 days I took time to get rejuvenate and come back to work. So for 4 days I was away from work. And you were forced to those kind of situations. मेरे सामने एक गेस्ट ने किसी लड़की के साथ में मिसबिहेव कर दिया था. तो मतलब ask for sexual favors and all those things. उसने, and I was a manager at that point in time. I catch hold of the guest, took him down, and I made the guest cry and apologized to the girl. So at times you have to be strong like that also. The guest cried, apologized, returned a letter with Angutha on the apology letter and sent a letter to his company. And this guest was terminated with this company with immediate effect. आते हैं बहुत एग्जाम्पल्स हैं. मैं बोल रहा हूँ, मैं आपको अगला एक हफ्ता हमारा यहीं बैठे निकल जाएगा. You will start smelling badly in next 7 days. This is all happens in hotel. It's a very interesting industry to work with. You will see a lot of characters, lot of things. कभी किसी को सुना है कि एक बैग के अंदर वो towels, टी केटल, आयरन सब भर के लेके जा रहा है. Yes sir. मैंने देखा है. हमने बैग खुलवा के लेकर सब निकालो. 4000 पे किए जिसमें उसने टावल, कैटल, बेडशीट, पिलो कवर, जितना समेट सकते हो समेट लो. अगले 4 दिन की एमिनिटीज मंगवा के वो भर दिया उसके अंदर. बहुत है यार, बहुत है. और what else? जो ये कोविड जो कोविड वाला जो इंसिडेंट था, उस टाइम पे there was a guest, and it was so weird situation. There was a couple. It was almost like a movie. एक कपल आया, अरे हमें तो 14 दिन के लिए बंद कर दो, हम तो रह जाएंगे. Something like that. There was a guest who was with 60, 70. I mean his parents were of 60, 70. He said, I can't leave my parents because the same day there was a Delhi government circular that less than 60 can go home, more than 60 they have to quarantine. This couple from Assam, they cannot, leave their family to in the hotel room and go out. So the couple stayed in the same hotel, same floor with the parents in the interconnected. And we have to allow, because it's a family bonding relation, and the couple, the 60 plus couple, the parents were so aged. I mean, they can't even wake up from bed and go to washroom. And at that point in time, you listen to the government guidelines, or you listen to your heart and allow them to do so. So we give them an interconnected room so that they help each other. And this kid of the son and the wife of the son and kid, they choose to stay. If we marenge to saath marenge, jiyenge to saath marenge. Those emotions, right? There's somebody who's saying, "Hum to reh lenge." Those who are saying, "I will die my parents." There was a lady who was holding pee. I mean, wanted to go washroom, and for 24 hours she did not go to washroom. 24 hours, eyes got swollen up, head got swollen up, and she was not allowed to use washroom. She said, "मुझे तो washroom दे दो, आप बाद में देते रहना." Then I had to allow her to go to some other room. There was a baby, 6 months old baby. The lady could not feed the baby because there was no place to feed the baby. So I had to prioritize that and give her first the room, because she had to feed the baby. So there were a lot of situations like that. There were youngsters, there were oldies, there were single person, there were professionals, there were corporates. I think the flight came from Canada or some country. But like this, you will face a lot of challenges, lot of things, lot of hatred, lot of appreciation, lot of happiness, lot of sadness, lot of termination, lot of joinings, lot of good friends, old friends, camaraderie, relations, girlfriend, live-in relationships, everything. शादी भी हो जाएगी आपकी, पता भी चलेगा आपको। वो मतलब बहुत कुछ है, मतलब it's like that you cast yourself in a movie after passing out from college. You start with your hotel with one girlfriend or boyfriend, and you end up with another girlfriend, who's eventually is a father or a mother of your kids. So, I mean, it's very interesting, I can't tell you in words. You have to experience yourself with action, right? But that's why you need fame, it's there. You need money, it's there. You need fun, it's there. You need to enjoy your hobbies, it's there. Whatever you want to do, you want to have a good physique, it's there. You want to have good communication, it's there. You want to see limelight, it's there. You want to be star of social media, it's there. What do you need? Even your family members, my parents never go to hotels till I joined hotels. The day I got into hotel, for them till that time for them it was a dream for them to go to hotels. Now today, कहीं वाटी तो है। पहले उनके लिए एक छोटे से होटल में खाना खाना पड़ता था, नहीं यार बहुत पैसे चार्ज करते हैं, नहीं जाएंगे। 15 रुपए की कोई रोटी देता है कोई, इतने में तो हम घर में बना के खा लेंगे। टुडे कहीं वाटी तो है, कभी भी जाके खा लेंगे। So that confidence came only because the son was a hotelier. They have seen all the luxuries of the life. They were so happy. They've gone to best of the hotels with me. My kid, she's gone to, now if I take her to a smaller hotel where there's a small washroom and the bed is nasty. Sir, Daddy, ये क्या है? बेटा यही होटल है। अच्छा होटल ऐसा भी होता है। So you not only your whole friends, family, everybody enjoys your hoteliership, along with you. My friends gone to Goa. I got them 30% discount there. The hotel we were getting was 5-star hotel. They were getting of 8,000 or 9,000. They ended up paying 3,500 or 4,000 rupees in that hotel. And they came and got a couple of good bottles for me. हम गए वहाँ पर हमारा 50,000 का खर्चा सीधा 25,000 का हो गया. All because of you. So that is it. Anything else? It's very interesting to talk to you all.
Yes.
It's been 1 hour and 3 minutes we've been talking.
So the name of the hotel?
I'm working with PLS Hotels Limited. I'm managing PLS Hotel Calcutta, PLS in Durgapur, PLS Resort Mukutmanipur, PLS in Resort Port Blair, and the PLS in Hyderabad. My last hotel was Fairmont Jaipur as director of HR. Anything else? पूछ लो अभी टाइम है, उसके बाद में नहीं टाइम मिलेगा. Then you have to take appointment. I am a hotelier. I am a very busy man. If you have to talk to me, you have to take an appointment. देखो मैडम ने भी लिया था एक हफ्ता पहले, वो मैंने कल कंफर्म किया है. Am I right? Yes. And we met for how many minutes or seconds?
Maybe not even for 5 minutes.
I am a busy man because I am a hotelier. I don't have time. बताओ.
So what is the difference between hotel and resorts?
Yeah, that you will eventually read in your books. But there is budget hotel. You will see limited facilities. There is economy hotel. The facilities are elevated, that you see room and tea maker, coffee maker, and all those things, and nice and clean washrooms and basic facilities.
Yes.
Small bed and small TV and small amenities. Then you come to business hotel, where the bed size is good, the quality of the amenities, room amenities are classy, the bathroom amenities are classy, room size is a little bigger and bathroom size is a little bigger. Come to upscale room. Upscale room are larger in size, and the bathrooms are larger in size. The amenities are, like in one hotel, you found amenities of like cups of cola, and some other you like those any smaller brand amenities. So when you go to resort or a luxury property, the room size are big. There are more amenities, like you might find a bathtub, fruit basket. You find all those luxury, because it is about my mindset also. Because when you go to a resort, you go to relax.
Yes.
You find a lot of things which helps you to be relaxed, right? Larger TV, nice washroom, bigger towels and all those things. Towels, bigger washroom, and lot of bathroom amenities, lot of room amenities you can have in the room. You can be in the room and enjoy. Maybe there are some resorts which offers, like if you go to Raffles, which is I was part of one of the Raffles in Jaipur, which is under construction. Now there, in one room size is about 570 square meter, right? So it's so big, and every room has a swimming pool, mini swimming pool. Every room has a and sunbath facility. And the spa of that hotel, that luxury hotel, has a small swimming pool, and the water of the swimming pool will be brought in from Dead Sea. Now the quality of Dead Sea is that anything you put in that sea,
Yes.
your body or anything it's there, it floats.
Yes.
It doesn't get drowned. So the water will come from that area. That's sea. So this is the difference between budget and resort property. And rest, when you start working, you will experience yourself. I would say, you choose anything, whether you choose resort, but after one point in time, you become the expert of one. Like you become the expert of budget and economy hotels. After one point in time, when you become operations manager or a manager of any, like front office manager, FNE manager, executive chef, all those things. But after one point in time, you become the expert of those segments. The expert of budget and economy segment, expert of business class and upscale segment, expert of luxury segment and resort segment. So that after a point you need to choose, because every segment has good number of hotels. Like you have more number of hotels in budget and economy, than less number of hotels in business and upscale, and even more lesser hotels in resort and luxury segment. So you need to choose where you want to stay, where you want to sit. Now, knowledge and mindfulness will come once you start working, and then you will choose yourself that you want to be in economy, you want to be in hotel, you want to be in luxury hotels, or you want to be in resort properties, or you want to be business on upscale hotels. That you will choose eventually when you grow up and when you become mature to be able to take decisions. Good, you have asked this question. Anything else? पूछ लो भाई तो अच्छा okay relax no you can be relaxed for now. You find me in PLS Hotel which is in Esplanade. Any given point in time you want to ask me, you want to have a tea with me, you want to come and meet me, call me up and you can come and meet me. No problem.
Sir, how you handle the angry guests of hotels?
Nothing, you just need to be. Yes, ma'am. अभी तो नहीं किया, कल किया था और ग्रेजुटी के अंडरटेकिंग के लिए मैंने बोला था कि तो लंच सॉरी या पूछ लो भाई.
Anyone has got any further questions? Okay. Alright.
Catch hold of him whenever you get time. You know, he will have further more and far more stories. You have Kushal Chatterjee, Mr. Kushal Chatterjee here.
Yes, sir.
Catch hold of him. अब 10-15 लोगों को ग्रुप पर आके जाना, किडनैप कर लेना. 2 घंटे के लिए हमें ज्ञान दो. तो बताओ क्या क्या आपने क्या फेस किया है, what was your experience, how did you start? And this will, you know, further help you in, you know, fine-tuning your mind and clearing your path from, you know, for being a hotelier. And please don't deviate from being a hotelier. It's a good profession. लोग इसको ऐसे समझते हैं कि यार चलो इंजीनियरिंग में कुछ नहीं हुआ, किसी में कुछ नहीं हुआ, दुनिया में कहीं भी कुछ नहीं हुआ, होटेलियर बन जाओ. दुनिया में कहीं कुछ नहीं हुआ तो होटल्स में भी कुछ नहीं होगा. Be very you know, clear on this. Right? जिसका कहीं कुछ नहीं हुआ उसको होटल में भी कुछ नहीं होगा. Hotel is a serious, being a hotelier is a serious profession because here you are dealing with humans. और कोई जैसे कोई angry guest आता है तो what you do with angry guest, that you behave human. Even if you know that the guest is bastard and he's done the mistake, he's full and still you have to say sorry and you have to learn to say sorry. Okay sir. मेरे पास पेट में दर्द है, I am really sorry. मेरी बीवी के सर में दर्द है, I do really apologize sir for this. I am really sorry for this sir. Sorry to hear about it. आज मेरे पेट में दर्द है, I am really sorry sir. कभी वो बोले कि ओए आप तो फादर, I am really sorry sir. Choose your moments to do that. It's just joking, but you know you have to learn to say sorry. Right? So you have to say sorry and learn to say and hear the guest out. If there is something which he is agitated for or angry for, either compensate or do a service recovery or find out the way you can get it. और किसी को कुछ नहीं चाहिए. कोई अगर 50,000 पे करा तो उसको 50,000 की सर्विस चाहिए. कोई अगर 1,500 करा तो उसको 1,500 की सर्विस चाहिए. And they are very basic needs. If somebody asks for a cup of tea and it gets delivered in 1 hour, shame on that hotel. If somebody asks for a tea and it gets delivered in 15 minutes, it has to be delivered in 15 minutes. That is the maximum time. Or maximum 20 minutes, not more than that. And that is all again guest needs. अब उसने मंगवाई बर्फ, वो बैठा है सब कुछ सामान लेके, हाँ वही बर्फ भेज दो. 2 घंटे बाद बर्फ डिलीवर होगी, क्या करेगा उसका? Why does he need ice after 2 hours? तब तक तो वो next day morning ही मिलेगा फिर आपको. हाँ बर्फ का क्या हुआ? So you need to realize that time. You need to be mindful. You need to take ownership of things. You are a front office manager. You are in front office, and the guest comes and complains about housekeeping. So you need to take ownership. Okay, sir, let me do it. Keep following up. Keep chasing the housekeeper. ये हुआ कि नहीं हुआ, ये हुआ कि नहीं. जब हो गया, then you are at peace. हाँ हो गया. I have got it. मैंने बता दिया उसको, वो देख लेगा. That's a wrong attitude. You have to be inclusive. You have to be there. You have to take ownership. And every complaint you get in a hotel or in a personal and professional life, complaint or a feedback is a gift. Accept it. Don't defend it or defend for it. Hear it out. Hearing complaint or hearing feedback doesn't cost you. Rather, it gives you opportunities to hear about your weaknesses or your improvement areas.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, guys. Anything else? चलिए हो गया कि यहाँ से it's a good profession. Better than to become a doctor or engineer. वहाँ धूल खाने से और ये देखने से कोई फायदा नहीं है. Become oil there. It's a life. You're going to enjoy. Yes. Okay.
Yes, sir. Please give a big hand for sir.
Thank you so much for coming and sharing his experience with you.